Hi, welcome back. In the last video, we learned about coordinates and how to make our sprites work using the move steps and the next costume blocks. Today, we are going to take it a step further and make things more interesting. We are going to make our sprite work automatically and respond to key presses using events and loops. But before we dive in, we made a very huge mistake in the last video. We forgot to save our project before closing Scratch. And it's important to always remember to save your project, because if you don't save your project, you lost all the progress and you have to start all over again. So please always save your project. In fact, before we start, I'm going to click on File and save my project because I don't want to start all over again. So I'm going to call it working cat and click save. And if it asks me if I want to replace, I'm going to always replace, because you want to save when you make a change to your code. So I'm going to click yes, I want to replace. Now, in the last video, we were able to make the character work when we click on this flag, right? And this is happening because we have this when flag clicked block here, which is the most common event you see in Scratch. An event is a trigger that tells our application, or our code, our program to carry out an action. That's why anytime we click on this flag, it triggers all the code beneath it. So I want to show you some other events we have in Scratch. One of the events is when key pressed. So I'm going to detach this and drag in this when key pressed. And we can choose any key we want. So I can decide to choose down arrow key, up arrow key, right arrow key, or just any key that is available on our keyboard. For now, I'm just going to use right arrow. So anytime I click the right arrow key, you see the sprite works. But what if I want it to now work automatically? Right. To make it work automatically, we need a loop. A loop is a basic concept in programming that tells our program to repeat some code over and over again. So if I go to control right here, we have this repeat 10 block. I'm going to drag it over the move 10 steps and next costume block, and watch what will happen when I click on the right arrow key. Right, press the right arrow key, it's going to repeat move 10 steps, next costume 10 times. I'm going to drag this back and I'm going to put 100 instead of 10 because we can change the value. And now when I click right arrow key, it's going to repeat it 100 times and stop. So I'm going to drag it back again, and this time I want to use another loop we have in Scratch that is called forever. Now I know you can guess what this block will do based on the name. That's one of the reasons why Scratch is very easy to use for coding, learn coding. This forever block will actually run any piece of code we put inside forever. It's not going to stop unless you stop it. So I'm going to click on right arrow key now, and it's going to execute move 10 steps and next costume block forever. It's not going to stop. In fact, if we leave it till the next day, it will continue running. So to save our time, we're going to click this stop icon here to stop the code. Now I'm going to drag this back. Let's look at more events. We also have this when this sprite click event. So I'm just going to go over the ones we are going to use most times, and the other ones we are going to come across it throughout this series. So I'm going to detach it and keep this at the top, and then drag in when this sprite clicked, and then attach the block to it. So when this sprite clicked, simply means when we click on the sprite, this cat here is our sprite, and this is what the block is referring to. So if I click on the sprite, it's going to execute the code. So I'm going to stop this and drag this back. And you see, because I'm taking the sprite, it's going to start running again. Now I'm going to stop this, and I want to remove all the events and just use when flag clicked because it's the most common event. And I'm going to drag this back again. Now there's some couple of things we want to do to make our character work. Right now the character is running. So one way you solve a problem is to take things step by step. Right now, if you click on the flag, the character is able to run, and when it gets to the edge of the screen, it keeps on running. What if we want it to bounce back anytime it gets to the edge of the screen? We want to make our character more smart to bounce back when it gets to the edge of the screen. But right now, our character is so dumb. Alright, so I'm going to stop this, and we're going to go to motion, and we're going to add this block that says if on edge, bounce. I'm going to drag this block and place it inside the forever loop, and then drag this character back. So this block will be checking if the character is at the edge of the screen, and if it's at the edge of the screen, it's going to bounce. So right now we're making a decision in our program, and in the next video we're going to talk about decision making in depth because it's a fundamental concept in programming, just like loops and events. For now, I'm going to click on this flag, and let's see how the character is going to behave with the if on edge bounce block added. So if I click on the flag, you notice that the character is now bouncing back when it gets to the edge, but when it's coming from the right, the head of the character is facing down and it should be facing up. Let's fix that. So I'm going to stop the code, and if you remember in one of the lessons we talked about direction. So I'm going to drag this to the side and click on direction here, and click on flip right or left, and then flip it to the left, which is -90. I'm going to put -90 because you remember from that lesson you always want your direction to be 90 or -90 so that the move 10 steps will not change the y-axis while also changing the x-axis. We want it to change just the x-axis. So if I click enter, what this will do is that it will set the rotation style from right to left, or from rotation where it's actually just rotating all around to just right to left. So if I click on the flag now, watch what will happen. You see it's now working properly. Running actually, not working. So I'm going to stop this and show you how we can do this with code. To demonstrate that, I'm going to come back to direction and put it in all round rotation. I'm going to click here and now click on the flag again. So you see the head is now facing the ground. I'm going to stop this. To fix this, we are going to go to motion, and under motion we have this set rotation style block left to right. You see we have don't rotate and all around, so we are going to leave it at left to right, and I'm going to put it under if on edge bounce. So if I click on the flag now, you see that block fixed the issue of the character facing down when it's coming from the right. So now I'm going to stop this. For our character to work properly, we want to control the speed. We want it to walk, not run. The difference between running and walking is the speed, because they are both leg movements, but the movement of the leg is faster in one and the movement of the leg is slower in the other. So I'm going to go to control, and what we want to slow down the movement is this wait seconds block. We can change the value of 1 to anything we want, but for now let's see how slow the movement is when we leave it at 1. So what we are basically doing is that we are saying move 10 steps, next costume, check if on edge bounce. If it's not on edge, skip this block, and always set rotation style to left right, and then wait 1 second before executing moves 10 steps again. So you see it's quite slow. So I'm going to stop this and let's use 0.2 seconds. Let's see how fast it will be now. So I think this is normal. So right now we have our character working. Before we look at the key takeaways, I want you to stop this code and save. So I'm going to click save to my computer, and then I already have the name here. So if I click save, it's going to ask me if I want to replace, and I want to replace because I've added more code. So I'm going to click yes. Alright, so let's look at the key takeaways. First, you want to always remember to save your project before closing the Scratch interface because you don't want to lose your progress. Secondly, events and loops are fundamental concept of programming. An event tells your sprite when to start doing an action, and loops let your sprite repeat actions continuously. In the next video, we are going to look at decision making in depth. You don't want to miss it, as decision making is also a fundamental concept of programming. See you in the next video.